Happy Friday. If you watched yesterday's vlog, you'll know that, like, it's really a lot from today. So if you want to go see what my full day was like, go do that, because it's part of today. Because I screwed up, you guys, and fell asleep, but I needed to sleep, so it's okay. I've had, like, such a very positive, a great day today. I know that a lot of people, I'm not going to keep on addressing this every video until there's something, you know, to deal with, but a lot of people have, like, sent out so many nice messages to me and, you know, concerned about Alex and I, and, you know, love and prayers to both of us and stuff like that. Thank you so much. Alex and I were talking earlier. We're very much on the same page. We're very hopeful. So, you know, we're both in a really good space today. I think it was really super healthy for us to sit and get some shit out, and I think, like, since then it's been really good, so I think it will only just be a good thing. I found myself kind of looking forward to counseling today, which was funny. But anyway, let's see. I mean, which it really isn't funny. I mean, the reason I wanted to become a counselor was because I loved my counselor, and I finally had found a counselor that I thought I could relate to, and I thought, well, I could be that for other people, you know? And so it's not strange to me that I love counseling. It's just strange to me that I haven't been to counseling for a long time, because I think, like I've said, anybody can benefit from counseling. But anyway, so we're kind of waiting to hear from his mom. He's at work. His mom was supposed to go and have drinks and dinner tonight when she gets off work, but she's always, like, very much like she doesn't know till the last minute, because it depends on how late she gets off and things like that. If you don't know, Alex's mom owns a translation company. So she does, like, translating documents, and she teaches Spanish, and she does, like, private tutoring, and does, she owns, like, a whole business of tutoring, translation. It's, like, big deal. So anyway, so she never knows, like, if she's gonna, like, you know, be teaching a class, or, you know, doing some private tutoring, or have to meet with somebody about legal documents. She does a lot of, like, translation, explaining legal documents to people that only speak Spanish, which you wouldn't really think about, but, like, think about all the legal documents you have to sign in this country on a regular basis, from your driver's license to whatever, and to have somebody explain to you really what it is, you know, that you're signing, I think is really important. So, like, she will go with them or something, like, if they're doing that. But anyway, it's kind of cool. She set it up all on her own. It's a very cool thing. So anyway, so on Thursday nights, a lot of times they go out and have dinner and drinks. I've said that I would start doing that if I wasn't busy, but I have to be really honest with you. It is, like, she doesn't get off for another hour, and I am starving. And that will end up being 2 hours before we eat. And so I'm, like, asking Alex, like, if you don't do that, are you gonna, I guess I'm just gonna go eat. You know, I told you I wasn't gonna text on my phone, so I'm not. So anyway, what was I saying? So if they're gonna go, I'll go with them. But if they're not gonna go, and then Alex is just gonna come home and watch TV because he ate late anyway, then I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry, really hungry. Start trying some of these other chapsticks that Zach sent to me, because I love the root beer one so much, but, like, what if I don't like the other ones? And I love the Dr. Pepper, and the pack that he sent me has another Dr. Pepper in it, so I'm good to go on the Dr. Pepper. It's, like, warm enough. It's 77, and these are getting kind of melty. I need to start taking them inside, because I always leave them in my car, and then they get, like, really gross. Do you guys know Zach Garcia at The Adventures of Zach and Me? He's, like, a young gay guy that's engaged. He's a really neat guy, super cool, like, role model to the gay community, I think. He's just, I really like him a lot. Well, he's engaged to this guy, Alistair, who's in the military, and he shares a lot about that. He just did a video, actually, called marrying into the Marines, or marrying into the Army, or something like that. I can't remember which one Alistair's in. Oh, look, they're playing that bag game here. Some people call it bags, other people call it, in Indiana, we call it cornhole. I just love that so much. Makes it sound so classy, doesn't it? Ramen Ray, what's that? That sounds good, doesn't it? Ramen Ray. I might have to go eat me some ramen Ray. Now this girl told me about this Chinese buffet. Like Tanya was laughing at me. She's like, you are so like, you get on a kick and then you just can't get out of it, right? And I have totally been on this kick for Chinese food. And she's like, what is that about? I'm like, I don't know. Like I've been so hungry for like Chinese food the last couple days. So I was looking to see where this Chinese restaurant was that this girl told me about, but I don't see it now. I think I texted him the wrong thing. I'm like, I asked him, I said, would you be hungry to eat if you don't do something with your mom? Dustin Daly just sent me a picture of his eyebrows. Do y'all want to see it? He's like, he got his eyebrows tinted. He's like, eyebrows on fleek. There you go, Dustin. There's your shout out. Go follow Dustin Daly. I'll link his channel below. Oh God, it's so much fun meeting other YouTube creators and all that kind of stuff. YouTube creators. Happy Dragon, is that it? Oh my, Happy Dragon. Happy Dragon. Happy Dragon. Pet wellness clinic, affordable care and grooming. That's what we need. Do you ever just had one of those days that like, I think I so just needed to rest, like, and get some sleep? Like, I feel so, like, I have just felt so peaceful and so calm today and so rested. So when I was a little kid and I would like drive home, my dad would go out of town for like the weekend. We'd go to Chicago, just he and I or whatever. And my dad, when I was growing up, she said it was in the strip mall. I knew it wasn't. She'd lie her straight from the pit of hell. She's like, I was like, over there by that dog place. She's like, uh-huh. I was like, no, there's nothing in there. So anyway, when I was growing up, I would go out of town with my dad on the weekends, like to visit my grandma or to like go to Chicago, because we used to go to Chicago a lot, right? And so my dad would say, so my dad at the time drove this little Porsche Carrera. Do you guys know how small those are? And they have little bucket seats. And so I would like get myself into one of these little, have I told this story before? I feel like my stories are all overlapping at this point. But I would get into one of these little seats in the back and like have like my stuffed animal with me. And I mean, I'm talking like 7, 8, 9. God, that's kind of old to have a stuffed animal like that, but I did. Maybe not 9. I don't know, 6, 7, 8. I was young. And I would like get in that seat back there. And I can remember like falling asleep. My dad always listened to like Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings and that kind of stuff. Tom T. Hall. But I can remember falling asleep and the smell of my dad's car, because he's never smoked or anything like that, his car always smells like absolutely brand new. Like I can guarantee you I could get in my dad's car today and it smells brand new. My dad bought his car the day before my mom's funeral. Because when my mom died, he's like, well, I wanted a Range Rover, so I'm going to buy a Range Rover. And he went and bought a Range Rover. I wish I could go buy a Range Rover, but my dad's worked a little harder in life than I have. So anyway, but I can remember that smell of his car. It was like a very masculine car smell. I don't know how to explain it. My dad has like a very masculine scent to him. And I think it's the cologne he wears. He's worn it for 30 years or something. But anyway, and I can remember the smell of that car and it being late at night and the whistling of the wind through the window, because he would always have his window. My dad always drives like, he always drives like with the window cracked just a little bit. So I can remember like the whistling of the wind and then like the sound of a turn signal. All of that, like I remember that. And I can remember like pulling into a gas station and my dad would be like, Pete, stay here, just hunk down low, I'll be right back. And he would go in and then would always bring me beef jerky. Always. And then one time, but when we were moving into the house that my mom and dad built, we got a U-Haul to move some stuff over there from the apartment. And I don't know how I remember this, but we were like acting like we were movers, like mover guys. And I was big, or he was Big Jim and I was Little Jim. And we ate those beef jerkies. They're called like Jimbos or something, whatever they're called, beef jerkies. You know what I'm talking about? we drank root beer. My dad and I always drank root beer. My dad for years and years and years had a sailboat in Saugatuck, Michigan. This was long before Saugatuck became like the gay Providence of the Midwest. It was a town. It was like towny town. But I loved going up there in the summers. We would just spend like weeks there in the summers when he wasn't working. And I can remember we would always stop at Dog and Suds and get hot dogs. Oh God, I'm so hungry for a hot dog all of a sudden. I don't know why. Just 'cause I'm telling the story. But we would get hot dog and big root beer in the glass mugs, and we would sit outside and we would eat it. Coney dogs, I think. And we would sit outside and eat it at Dog and Suds. I don't know how I remember that. It's so funny. I actually put that in my my book. There's a scene with the dad and the son in my book, and it takes place at Dog and Suds. I don't think I call it Dog and Suds in the book. Oh, I'm supposed to turn here. I'm such an idiot. I'm going to the post office. Did you ever do that? I just was having so much fun talking to you guys. Somebody said in my comment section, they said, I've noticed that you've like really been forgetting things lately and all this kind of stuff, and that's a sign of exhaustion. Hey, I agree with you. Last night I drove right past the exit that I go to for my meeting 3 nights a week, and I drove right past the exit on the interstate, just kept on going. All of a sudden I was like, where, what? I think I talked about that yesterday. Did I talk about that? I don't know. But like, I didn't really realize until that moment that like I needed to take care of myself, which is partly why I went home last night, and I'm so glad that I slept through the night. I would have been somebody that would have been really good though to like go to law school or medical school. Like I do really good for like 48, 72 hour stretches, and then I kind of like lose it, you know? But like I could do it for that. Like when I wrote my book, you guys know I wrote my book in 3 weeks, right? I mean, let me tell you, I was pulling some 20-hour days. Literally wrote my book in 3 weeks, page to page. And I don't think it's too bad for 3 weeks. Imagine if I actually put some time and effort into a book like I'm doing now. My next one's gonna be a New York Times bestseller, I just know it. I mean, if you put that in the universe, it'll come to you, right? I should randomly just call out like some YouTuber that's gonna like fall in love with me, and then I think Jenna Marbles is gonna wanna work with me. I think she's gonna shout me out. I used to do that when I first started my channel. I would like the universe. So Jenna Marbles, I think she's the next one. She's gonna comment on one of my videos or say she loves me or something like that. She's gonna tweet me or something. I'm putting that out there in the universe. Anyway, well, I'm gonna go to the post office and I'm gonna see what my husband wants to do about dinner. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, something I forgot to mention earlier today is that this is my 100th vlog. 100th vlog. 10 times 10. And I was just thinking about this right now. It's interesting because I get like anywhere from like 1 to 10 new subscribers a day on this channel. And I was like, you know, like if you are a new subscriber to my channel, so if you're new and watching this, it's like one of the things is like you don't have to watch my vlog every day to like, I mean, it's great. Go back and catch up. Spend a whole weekend just catching up on what is the Peter Monn vlog experience. But I mean, you don't have to, right? So like, I mean, it's not like if you watched it today, then if you missed day 62, it wouldn't make sense to you. You know what I mean? And like, I'm almost getting to the point now where I'm kind of repeating stories and forgetting it because I'm so old. But so, I think like that's a cool thing about this vlog. Like when I get a lot of times people ask me like, are you going to continue doing this like after 2017? Like I have no plan on quitting this. Like I love doing this. I'm not sure that people love them being as long as they are, so let me know in the comment section below. Does the amount of time bother you, that how long they are? Would you prefer them to be, if it does, like, let me know how long you think they should be. I will take that completely as constructive criticism. It won't hurt me at all. If you say, I don't care how long they are, if you say 15 minutes, if you say half an hour, it would probably help me gauge a little bit more how long they should be. And it won't change really the content because I'll just edit down, like, you know, what I do. So, you know, some days if they were going to always be, you know, 15 or 20 minutes, and on some days I would do a 20-minute car vlog, and other days it would be 20 minutes of showing different pieces of what I've done through my day. So, I mean, I don't think it would change the quality. It would just change how much is going on. It's like 58 degrees, and I can't get like a right temperature in my car. Do you guys ever go through that? It's like, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold, it's hot. So, but like, it's weird because like at Christmas time, like I had no idea, not Christmas time, but like the beginning of December, I had like no idea what I was gonna do with my main channel, right? Like I was like, what's my next move? Like I don't really know what to do. And I kind of always knew that I wanted to do like a daily vlog. Like I knew that that was something I wanted to do. And everybody at the time was telling me like, you know, it's YouTube suicide to, you know, or career suicide. I shouldn't have used that word, but you know what I mean. To use, to have more than one channel. And that has not been proven to me. I just want to say, you know, I think that like, yes, some days I post too much content. Like today I posted 2 videos on my main channel, a booktube video, and my vlog, and that's a lot of content. I mean, somebody's got to really love you to want to watch that much of your content, right? Or be really hate watching you, or be really that intrigued. But it was interesting I just looked up at my booktube video that I did, the review of 13 Reasons Why, the television show, and the book, and it has like almost 600 views on it. My booktube channel, if I get 1,000 views a video, like that's phenomenal. So let me just say that. So 600 is a lot for one day. I'm really happy with that, 600 views. And, but it has 0 dislikes. And like people on booktube take things very seriously. So like if they dislike a video, I used to get trolled a lot on that channel, but if you're getting dislikes, it's because somebody really disagrees with your content. Does that make sense? And so I was like really happy with that. I'll probably go tomorrow now and there'll be like 20 dislikes or something, but so I'm not completely convinced of that. Plus, I think that sometimes, like people, like they'll watch my vlog but not my main channel, or they'll watch my booktube and my vlog but not my main channel, or my main channel and my vlog, or you know, some people don't like my vlog, and so I think it's like a little bit. It's like, you know, you can get whatever you want to get from Peter, if that makes sense. Which I like that. I mean, I've joked in the past about starting an ASMR channel and a candle review. I mean, I'm not doing any of that. Like, you guys, come on now. I had really thought about for a while starting a channel just for pee-pee, but I'm not gonna do that either. I mean, oh Lord, I can't imagine training a dog to be in a video. Plus, it wouldn't probably look a whole lot different than my videos now. I'm getting a Diet Coke. I actually have a $5 bill, can you even believe it? So, what was I gonna say? So yeah, it's my 100th vlog video. I'm so excited about that. And, oh my God, there's a woman working the window tonight. There's never a woman working in the window. It's my 100th vlog, and I'm in a really good mood tonight. So, do you ever pull up to the drive-thru and then you can see the people before you ordered, and it's like real, like, I'm so nosy like that, right? Like, I always want to know what they ordered. And then I'm like, ew, did they really get a fish sandwich? That's so gross. Here, I'll tell you what they ordered. Ah, it's already gone. Their total was $13.49.
Hi, which one is trying to verify for the family bundles today?
I would like a large Diet Coke.
And would that be up?
That's it.
109 for a bundle, please.
I think things on the dollar menu should just be $1. Like, I don't think there should be any tax on that. I think that's bullshit. Or I think that it should be the amount and then the tax should take it over to $1. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's crap that they does that, because it just messes things up otherwise.
Hi, that's 109.
How are
out
you?
Of 510. I'm pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Can't complain. Feels pretty good today.
There you go.
Thanks. Not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can keep that penny. I don't need it.
Okay. $4 even.
Thank you, dear.
You have a great one.
You too. She was super cheerful, wasn't she? I love cheerful people. I'm like slowly, like, as I've done this vlog, like probably shared more than I need to about being in a 12-step program. Although I've never said the words actually, but I have to tell you, whenever I get change in dollars, I'm always like, well, I got dollars for my 12-step meeting. If you're in recovery, you know what I mean. You're always needing dollars because donations. So anyway, but yeah, that's my night. This car in front of me has all these paw prints. Oh, there's a dog in the back seat. I have all these like paw print like stickers. So I bought a new fan from Meijer yesterday. Did I talk about this? We haven't had a new fan in like 3 or 4 years. And I couldn't put it together, and so Alex had to put it together tonight. And he like put it together in like 5 minutes, and I was like, I don't understand what I did wrong. These are the kind of answers that really piss me off. And he goes, common sense. I was like, so anyway, but he brought the fan upstairs, which was really nice. And it's like this wind, like polar wind tunnel thing. Oh my God, I like crashed and took a nap. It was like, it's the same fan I always get, but I forgot about it. So here's a little story, right? So my ex and I, we had these like bookshelf kind of stand things that we would like stack t-shirts on in our old apartment. And when he and I broke up, he moved out, and I'm not technological like at all, right? And so I think we actually had bought these new ones like 2 weeks before he moved out. Well, one night, like, I really was looking for just a reason to call him. Do you ever do that in a breakup? You, like, look for reasons to call that person? So, I, like, totally broke down, and I was like, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to put these together. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, and blah, 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 whatever, right? And he was like, any idiot could figure it out. Figure it out. He was so mean about it. I got off the phone. And I think I stayed up till like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was like 10. I was like, I'm gonna figure these fucking things out. I'll show him. I finally did. They were janky as shit, but I finally did figure them out. I was so proud of myself. Do you know what really irritates me is when people get their food, or if they're at the bank and they've already got their transaction done, and they just sit there going through their bag, and then finally they take off. It's like, you could have come back around. I'm joking, but. Oh, he asked for ketchup, and she gave him like a packet of ketchup. Kill a beast. Now what are they waiting for? He's like sitting there eating French fries. All I want is my Diet Coke. I hate like cliched sayings, but like first world problems is such an appropriate term, and like me sitting here being pissed because I haven't got my Diet Coke is truly a first world problem. Oh, if he takes off after he's just been sitting there eating fries and stuff, I'm going to be so pissed. He ought to be waiting for something. Oh, no, got something else. This is like the longest transaction in the world. When I was a little kid, I would always order a plain cheeseburger and a large fry or a small fry or something, I don't know. And my dad would get so pissed at me because it would always take forever at the window. And he would go, it's because you had to get a plain cheeseburger. Because it was like special order. I'm so weird about that to this day. Like, I don't like ketchup or anything on it. Like, every once in a while, like if I'm sitting on the beach somewhere, like I like a really messy cheeseburger, like with everything on it. I don't know why it's always on the beach that it sounds good. But typically I don't. Like, if I'm going to eat a cheeseburger, I like mayonnaise and onion only. This dog is now looking back at me. There's 2 dogs. One of them's looking back at me. He probably realizes that I want my Diet Coke! Oh my God, what is taking this so long? I'm being taught patience right now. That's the truth. People send me the funniest messages on Twitter. I love it. I haven't had a chance to read any of these messages though. I try to keep up with it as best as I can. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 messages I have to read. I did this, did you see this? I did this divorced dad's buffet. Story time. It was kind of funny. Do you guys follow me on my booktube Twitter? It's called Peter Likes Books. You should go follow it. Look at that sexy picture. Do you ever get sick of social media? Like sometimes I'm just like, I can't do it today. Here, let's look at some snaps and see if he sent us snaps. I love when people send me stuff like that. I think that I would drink. I think I would smoke weed, definitely, because I didn't suffer a lot of consequences from smoking weed. And I think that I would probably eat a Xanax because, see, addicts say eat. We don't say take pills, we say eat pills. I would probably eat a Xanax because Xanax came out after I got sober, so I've never had a Xanax in my life. But that's about it. Like, I'm not, like, I mean, I would very much be Valley of the Dolls, you know, like, sitting by the pool, smoking a cigarette, smoking a joint, having a, you know, good Jack and Coke on a Xanax. That would be Peter relapsed, you know? But Peter relapsed also sees himself very much as a lottery winner, and we know that that's never going to happen, so we don't need to, like, even engage in the excitement that might be me laying by a pool in Malibu relapsing. And it's so funny because, like, God love you addicts and alcoholics in recovery out there. You guys contact me so much. It means the world to me. I love it so much. Congratulations to all of you. So many people, like, send me messages on a daily basis and say, I have 3 months sober, I have 3 years sober, or a year sober, or whatever, 10 years sober. You guys, I love that so much to know that I'm not the only one out there doing this gig and that I'm talking to people that kind of understand it. And every once in a while people will say we're family or whatever, you know, because that's kind of the terms that we use. And, but, like, I remember when I worked back in treatment, and one of the things that we would have the kids do is that we would have them, like, write their relapse, like, their dream relapse, right? And, like, I swear to you, 50% of the kids always wrote that they would smoke weed with Bob Marley in Jamaica. Like, why would that be your dream? I think that's so funny, right? I wonder what it would be today. Probably something more pop culture, because back then they were a bunch of hippies listening to Grateful Dead and Bob Marley, but I started there in 95. That's the year that Jerry died from Grateful Dead. But, you know, like, isn't it funny when you think that way? And my tape in my head runs so fast now that, like, I go from, like, the thought of a beer would taste nice to total destruction of your life. Like, that happens for me in, like, literally, I mean, a split second, where I don't even, like, entertain the idea of drinking because I just know what it's going to get me. I just know that my life is going to be so devastated and it's going to be so over that there's, like, no point to it whatsoever, because I am so, you know, severely convinced that I am an alcoholic and an addict, and it's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. You know, it's I was given that gift of, you know, life through recovery today. I mean, I have everything I have, and I have my life and everything, my marriage and my family and my business and YouTube and you guys and my books and everything because of my sobriety. I would be probably dead right now if it wasn't for that. I can't even imagine where I would be. It's scary to think, you know? So for any of you out there that are still struggling or have family members that are still struggling, don't give up. Don't give up, you know? Any moment you can turn it around. At any moment you can turn it around and say, I've had enough. All you've had to have had is had enough. And it's an amazing life. Sobriety is an amazing life. So, all right, you guys, I have a fun day tomorrow. I am meeting up with Teresa, who I've known from back in the day. I'm gonna have her share it on the vlog, and we're meeting up for lunch at Bob Evans. And then I've got a bunch of shit I have to do tomorrow, and I have a fun video that I'm planning for you guys for next week. So I love you so much. Plan a fun weekend, and I will talk to you later. Love you. Bye. So I had to turn off the camera for a second. because a snap came up that I didn't need to show. And guess what? You bet. I'm still sitting here at McDonald's. This is ridiculous. My car is now in brake now. We have a hostage for a cookie. For a fucking cookie. Jeez Louise. For a cookie, girl. I was like, come on, have a good one. She knew the truth right there. Do you guys watch Christine Seidelko? Okay, so here's the issue. A lot of people think that I shouldn't like Christine Seidelko because she smokes weed. One of the things I don't understand, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but like I don't understand the need to smoke weed in videos. Like if you want to smoke weed and do videos, have at your gig, right? But I don't understand the need to like hit a blunt unless you're like targeting a certain audience, because for me, I love Christine. Do you guys know who she is? She's like, she and her friend Elijah do these vlogs. They're hilarious, right? I love Christine, but when she's sitting there holding a blunt in my hand, it's a turn off to me. Like, and if you smoke the ganj, like I've said, have at it. I mean, it's none of my business, you know? When people send me Snapchats, holding buds, lighting, I'm like, do you know that I'm sober? Why are you sending me those snaps? I think that's disrespectful, right? I would never do that to somebody. I don't really care. I'm not triggered by it. It is what it is. I just kind of go through it and then I don't comment on it. But like, I was watching her video tonight and she's like, and the video was so funny, but like this one, she's doing magic tricks. And like somebody had tweeted her out earlier. They're like, you think that we should laugh at everything you do? And she says, yes, I do. I mean, she's just so funny, right? I love Christine Seidelko. But anyway, but like she's doing these magic tricks and then all of a sudden you see her and she's talking and she's holding this blunt. And I'm like, I just kind of like literally, you know, like I went from like a 10 of being interested to like a 4. I like was totally like, I'm not in it anymore. Like this isn't my thing anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and like it's interesting because for me sometimes, like I was talking about this to Dustin Daly today. I was like, you know, it's so funny because you'll get those like, this is so bad, but like you'll get those people that watch your videos and like they really like your content, but like you have to be careful because like even the smallest thing can piss them off, right? And I'm not talking to any of you. See, I'm real safe because it's all of you, right? No, but like I will, like, honest to God, every once in a while, like this happens very rarely. I think it's maybe like, you know, like 1/100th of 1% of people do this, but it's like every once in a blue moon, I'll get something and it'll be like, so you were talking about snakes in your video and that you are scared of snakes. I love snakes. I own 100 snakes. And because you said that, even though I've watched every video that you've posted since day one, I'm gonna have to unsubscribe. I'm really sorry. It breaks my heart. I wish I could stay around. But because of your fear of snakes, I'm gonna have to unsubscribe. And I'm like, I don't even know what to say to those. I mean, honest to God, like, and I'm not like exaggerating. Like, that's really what it's like, okay? Like, I'm trying to think of an example. I got one of these on BookTube a while ago, and it was about a book that I said that I really, really liked. Oh, I said that To Kill a Mockingbird was termed the great American novel. And somebody sent me a message, and they said, I've watched every single one of your videos. I love all the content that you put out. You know, you're funny, blah, 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 you're real, all this kind of stuff. But, you know, I've always believed that The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand is the great American novel. I no longer can agree with any of the content that you put out because you believe that To Kill a Mockingbird is. I don't really give a rat's ass what the great American novel is, to be real honest with you. And she said, I'm going to have to unsubscribe to you, and it breaks my heart because I love you so much, but we just can't agree on this. And I thought, okay. Like, okay, I guess, you know. And I emailed her back and I said, that makes me very sad, you know. I hope you at some point again can watch my content. I mean, I don't know really what to say in those situations, you know what I mean? what do you say? I changed my mind. I don't really believe that. Like, I'm not afraid of snakes. I'm not even afraid of snakes. I mean, I don't want to hold one and have it all wrapped around me like Britney Spears, but like, I'm okay with snakes. They don't terrify me. I don't run from them. Now, sharks, that's a different story. I don't like sharks at all. And I've talked a lot about this on the vlog. I'm terrified of sharks. You guys, my 1 year of being on YouTube is coming up. Like, I don't even know what to do for it. May 11th is my 1 year. Like, not officially, because, like, Alex and I had a channel a couple of years ago and all that kind of stuff. But, like, I'm talking about, like, my official, like, doing videos every day. As of May 11th, you guys, this is going to sound crazy. As of May 11th, I will literally have posted at least one video every day for a year. Is that not totally crazy? I love this so much. I was thinking about this today, like, you know, all these people talking about, like, ad revenue, and, like, YouTube has supposedly lost $750 million worth of advertising money, and, like, YouTubers aren't making any money anymore, and the ad revenue has gone way down, and all this kind of stuff that people are talking about, and it's all over the Wall Street Journal, and all this kind of stuff. It's just on and on and on, right? Business Journal. Have you guys read this? Have you seen these articles? USA Today put out an article about it, and Anderson Cooper was talking about, I mean, it's just all over the place. So, and I thought, you know, I'm dedicating so much time and energy, like, into making videos. But, like, today I tweeted out, I may just post 5 videos. And the thing is that a couple days ago, somebody tweeted me, like, I'm like, what I don't like about what's happened to me in the year is that I've started to think about it more as, like, how to be successful instead of how to just be passionate about it. Like, and I think that's with anything. I think that's like if you start, you know, training for a sport and you get like a coach, you know, or if you like want to be a singer and you get a vocal coach or whatever, you start thinking about it in more of like a professional term or whatever, right? And I don't like that about it. Like, I just want to stick with the passion. Because back in the day, I mean, like 6 months ago, if I want to post 5 videos, I'd post 5 videos. If I lost, because here's the deal, every time I post a video on my main channel, I lose subscribers, okay? It's a phenomenon of YouTube. It's happened for a long time to me. It happens to a lot of YouTubers. I don't know why, okay? But it just does. I don't, like, I used to lose I used to lose a lot. I don't anymore. Maybe 5 to 10. But it happens every time I post a video. So if I was post 5 videos a day, you know, that could be 50 subscribers that I would lose. Well, you know, over a week, that's 350 subscribers that I lose. And you know, I'm not gaining subscribers that fast, and I want people to watch my videos. And it's easy to say that it's not about the views and it's not about the subscribers, but the reality is, if you make videos, you want somebody to, hell, damn well watch them, don't you? Or why are you posting 5 videos? So you can just sit, you know, and watch them back yourself. I mean, I'm obsessed with myself. I love myself, but I don't want to watch them all back myself. It's me, you know? And so, but I was thinking about that today, and I was like, you know, like, I was almost, honestly, more successful when I just did what the hell I wanted to do and I didn't worry about everybody else and what was going on with YouTube and everything else. Like, it just kind of worked, you know? And I was like, I need to get back to that. Like, if I need to take a day and not post a video, I won't post a video. If I want to post 5 videos in one day, because I'll do it. Like, this is what, okay, so today I did this video about Trisha Paytas, and I was sitting on the kitchen floor, and I wanted it to be very quick. It ended up being 4 minutes. You know me. I wanted it to be a minute, but it was 4 minutes, because I go long with everything. So, but anyway, and it was like, oh, Trisha, we missed the drama. Okay, so I knew I was going to post that video, and then I wanted to do the story time, but I was actually going to do the story time. Is that a bunny rabbit or a bag? But I was going to do a story time about the scary Walmart, but I actually did a story time about the Chinese buffet instead, because that's just who I am, and I just kind of went into it. But, so anyway, I was like, oh, well, I probably shouldn't post 2 videos today, because a couple days ago, somebody said to me, you don't allow us to miss you, and that's why people unsubscribed your channel. And see, then that goes into my head, and I think, well, I want people to miss me, because then they'll come back and they'll keep on watching the videos, right? But, like, the one thing that's really interesting to me is I've never gone against my gut on this vlog. Like, I've gone with my gut. Like, if my video is 50 minutes, I post 50 minutes. If my video is 15 minutes, I post 15 minutes. If I'm going to talk about my marriage, I talk about my marriage. You know, I have done what I needed to do in this video. And what's interesting to me is if you look at my views, I have just over I think like 5,000, 5,100 subscribers, and like I'm getting like 20 to 2,500 views a video after like a week. So that's 50% of my subscribers are watching my videos. Do you know how many people are watching my videos on my main channel? About maybe 5 to 10%. So that's pretty incredible, because I think that honestly, like 10% is about what most people want. Like most subscribers get about 10%. You know, like Trisha's, okay, I'm talking about her. So she has like 2 million subscribers. She's got almost 3 million, I think. Her videos get typically within the first week about 200,000 to 300,000. So she's getting about 10 to 20. You know, I think that's pretty normal. Now, APRIL Reed, are any of you out there APRIL Reed watchers? Like, I know a lot of people don't like her, but I adore her. So, and I'm just very fascinated with her life, because she reminds me a lot of these 2 girlfriends I had, and she's just small town. I love that. I love small town America. And I am, you know, like, and I think what's interesting is when I was growing up in high school, I like to think of myself as very intellectual, very expatriate, you know, and I would love to be that, and I love to travel and all that kind of stuff, but I am very small town America. I really am, and you guys have probably figured that out by now. But anyway, APRIL Reed has about 35,000 subscribers. I've talked about this on my other channel, but I haven't talked about it on this. She is a social phenomenon on YouTube, okay? Let me just tell you this. That girl has 35,000 subscribers. Do you know how many views she gets a video? She puts out a daily vlog. Do you know how many views a video she gets? Within about 3 days, she's getting about 95% of her subscribers watching her videos. That's amazing. That's saying 95 people, whether they're hate watching or love watching your videos, of your subscribers are watching your content. I don't know that there's a lot of other YouTubers out there that can say that. You know? APRIL Reed is one of the only people that I've ever seen, and I've watched a lot of YouTubers for a long time, that have that kind of engagement with their people. And I do think that like things like YouNow and social media really help with that, because like, it's interesting to me how many people will be like, thank you so much for liking my tweets, or thank you so much for responding to my snaps. So let me just be really fucking honest about that for a second, okay? Let's talk the Twitter and let's talk the snaps, because I'm not good at comments on my videos. You guys know that. I love to read the comments, but if I start commenting back on it other than like a blue heart or something like that, I'm afraid of the discussion sometimes that will start in the comment section. So I try to stay away from that a little bit. It's still like a little bit of wounds that I have from the drama community. But, and on this video, like these videos, like God, the comments are usually always not like 99.9% just wonderful. But let's talk about the Twitter and the Snapchat for a second, okay? I don't really understand why YouTubers don't respond, okay? I mean, excuse me, it's I mean, I understand why like the Manny MUAs and the Trishas and the Shanes and Tyler Oakleys don't, because they're getting hundreds of thousands probably of direct messages. But what's interesting to me is that the majority of those people don't accept private messages. Do you guys know that? Okay. So like I open my Snapchat probably 3 times a day, and each time I open it, I probably have, I don't know, 100 snaps. I mean, it takes me a good hour to go through them each time, right? But I love it. I mean, I love it so much. Like, it's so fun. And so many people say to me, you're the only one that opens snaps, or like, they're really surprised by that. Or what I love, oh my God, what I love is when people, now don't do this like on overload, because tomorrow I've got a busy day. Oh my God, I just snorted. But I love when people snap me and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you snapped me back. And then I usually send a picture, okay? And I love when it's high school girls and they're like, oh, I mean, my friends are dying, they can't believe you snapped me back. Or like gay guys. I love when gay guys like get such a kick out of me. I don't know why. And it's like, well, I will tell you what's interesting to me is, I know a lot of you women out there will not have a hard time believing this, but when I meet a lot of gay guys in person, because I've met a few since the YouTube thing has gone down, it's interesting, they say to me, a couple things they say to me is, you're taller than I thought you'd be, and they say, you're thinner than I thought you'd be, they say, you're more masculine than I thought you'd be, and they're like, you are much better looking in person than you are on camera. I always get those things. Those are the common things that people say to me. So basically what that means is I look short, fat, and ugly, and very effeminate on video. I don't know, whatever. I'm not tall at all. Like, I'm like 5'11", but people always say to me when they see me, they're always like, you're taller than I thought you would be. And thinner, like they say that a lot to me too, you're thinner than I thought you would be. I mean, I'm not like obesely, I am obese, but like, I have a huge gut, and which is why I'm very conscious of this side down, you know? So anyway, what was I talking about? This is why I like lose my shit with my friends, because I just like start talking and then I forget what I'm talking about, and it's like, la 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 la. Somebody asked me, I'm just gonna address this in the video, okay? I said something the other day about, in a video, about back in the day, smoking cigarettes and all this kind of stuff, and somebody said, in my comment section, I can't remember who it was, Amanda or somebody, she said, do you still smoke? I do still smoke from time to time, I ain't gonna lie. I love a good cigarette every once in a while. I know it's horrible, don't come for me in the comment sections. I hear enough of it from my dad. But not like I used to. So there's that. I'm trying to be real honest on this channel from now on, you know, like it was interesting though, because I was like, when I was at Ultra in Miami, there was like a moment when I was standing there and I like bummed a cigarette from somebody, and I was like, oh my god, what if somebody walks up to me right now? Because there was this girl, Gabby, that watches my videos, and she said she was gonna meet me at Ultra, and I was like, what if she would walk up right now and I'd be like smoking this cigarette? I mean, that would be like so embarrassing, wouldn't it? I've never said anything like you shouldn't smoke on my channel, so listen, it's just time to own it. You know, yes, I do engage in a good cigarette from time to time. But I don't drink, and I don't smoke weed, and I don't eat pills, and I don't do cocaine, and I don't do all that other kind of stuff. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and I was telling her that it's really interesting because, like, in discussing relapse, like, I am such a big believer that you eventually go back to where you would be. But I really think, like, if I relapse, like,